I know, and I love you too. This is why I've made it so that you can now have me everywhere you go. www.highimpactstudios.com. Press play. Links in our social media bio. Click at High Impacts 1021 FM. Or you can just go the regular way. Turn on your radio and tune in to 102.1 FM.
We love you at High Impact Radio. Mwah!
See, there is no separating us now.
Take great pictures on Instagram. Tweet at us on Twitter. Let's see your dance on TikTok. Tag us at High Impact 1021 FM, your urban lifestyle station.
This is Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM. For the best in sport entertainment, tune in to Sports Hub on High Impact 102.1 FM.
Oh, what a feeling. Look what we've overcome. Oh, I'm gonna wave my flag and count all the reasons we are the champions. There ain't no turning back. Saying, oh, can't you taste the feeling? Saying, oh, we all together singing. Look how far we come now. There's beauty in the unity we found. I'm ready. We still got a long way, but look how far we come now. Hands up for your colors. Ready the people, a new day has just begun, and I wear my colors on my back. Yeah. We created equal, one race and that's human. Can't wait till they all see that. Saying, oh, can't you taste the feeling? Saying, oh, we all together singing. Look how far we come now. There's beauty in the unity we found. I'm ready. We still got a long way, but look how far we come now. Hands up for your colors. One hand, two hands for your colors, yeah. Show your true colors. Here we go. Let's put on the show. Let's put on the show right now. Let me see your hands up. Look how far we come now. There's beauty in the unity we found. I'm ready. We still got a long way, but look how far we come now. Hands up for your colors. There's beauty in the unity we found. One hand, two hands for your colors, yeah. There's beauty in the unity we found. Show your true colors. Here we go. Hands up for your colors. Represent your country. Raise your flag. Show your true colors.
Most definitely raising flags, raising and showing the true colors as it is right now, because the FIFA World Cup 2026 is into the round of 16. It's about time we're separating the boys from the men. The teams definitely are raising their country's flag. So two of the co-host nations are now out of the tournament. Well, just as what you expect, and right about now it's only United States of America that remains as one of the co-hosts that is still part of the ongoing FIFA World Cup 2026. The big battle between Brazil and also Norway ended in favor of the Norwegians back to the World Cup after over 30 years. And yes, they are into the round of 16 of the FIFA World Cup. Erling Haaland showing once again what he knows how to do best, showing off when it does matter most, and most definitely for his country. Norway right there making sure that they got one against the Brazilians. So Brazil, once again, lot of questions that needs to be answered by the Don Carlo Ancelotti and also the boys, whether or not he said they didn't turn up enough in that particular game right against Norway yesterday night. Is all to be decided in the coming days, but then we can also confirm that a couple of our head coaches are also stepping down from the positions just after their exiting of the World Cup. And yes, into the last 16, I tell you, 2 African countries guaranteed a spot in the last 16. Egypt and also Morocco. Morocco the last World Cup in 2022 they became the first African nation to make it to the semi-finals, and right about now, back to back, they are now into the round of 16 once again. Most definitely we look forward to see how far this particular country are definitely going to go in the knockout part. Later this evening is going to be the game between Portugal and also Spain. One big game that a lot of football enthusiasts are most definitely looking forward to later this season. I tell you, it's one that will keep everyone on the edge of their seats because it's a game that you definitely want to be a part of. You cannot even tell exactly how this game is going to end. Right after that, it's going to be the game between United States and also Belgium. Belgium, by the way, are calling a lot of shots against the US. Of course, Fulani Balogun was red carded in the last game against Bosnia and Herzegovina, has now been given a bit of pardon. Yes, the United States have gone to appeal, and a lot of persons are saying maybe this has a lot to do with political effect, with the White House definitely adding a bit of influence into this particular one. Well, let's see what's going to happen. But Belgium have said that they are going to be appealing that one, and whether or not Fulani Balogun will be available for the game that is going to be played about 1 a.m. Nigerian time is left to be seen. Other games to also look forward to is definitely going to be the game between Argentina and also Egypt. Yes, Argentina and also Egypt in the last 32. We'll be saying whether we'll have one more African country to go through into the next round right there. And then there's also Switzerland and also Colombia that will be battling it at about 9 p.m. tomorrow. Plenty of updates coming through from the FIFA World Cup 2026. And I tell you, there are a couple of amazing matchups to look forward to. There's going to be the likes of France against Morocco. There's going to be the likes of Norway up against England. Big one right there. And then we'll look forward to seeing the other teams that will be completing the knockout part of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Other stories coming through on the show this evening. I've got stories coming through from the Wimbledon. Yes, the 3rd Grand Slam of the year. And right about now, a couple of names are already into the quarterfinals. Felix Auger-Aliassime is definitely going to be battling it up against the big Serbian. That's talking about Novak Djokovic in the last the quarterfinal of the Wimbledon that is currently on the way. A couple of other players like the likes of Flavio Cobolli, who also was able to defeat Alex de Minaur to reach his first Wimbledon quarterfinals, extending his visit to the southwest London. Cobolli, don't forget, reached the French Open final in June, playing just one singles match on grass in the build-up to Wimbledon, and now he lost his straight set to Francis Tiafoe. But right about now, the 9th seed produced an impressive performance to beat the Australians Alex de Minaur 7-5, 7-6, 6-3 to reach the last 8 for the 2nd year in a row. Die Impact Citizen, sports show on your number one overall lifestyle station. Don't forget I can keep track of this update and more by following across all social media platforms. We're live on our Facebook fan page, that's Impact Radio 102.1 FM. Can also keep track of this update and more by following across all social media platforms. We are also live on our YouTube channel, Impact 102.1 FM. Plenty of talks on the show. That I'll be having together. Moving on into the next update on the show. Don't forget, and I'm serving to you just the way you like it. Sports Up Show on your number one urban lifestyle station, live on the YouTube channel at Impact 102.1 FM. Let's start with us coming through from other sport on the show, and we start from the home front. Talk about the World Cup qualifiers, where the Tigers have now ended their perfect window routing over Rwanda. The Nigerian senior men's basketball team, the Tigers, produced another another commanding display yesterday. Defeated Rwanda 106-62 to complete a flawless qualifying window and secure passage to the second round of the FIBA Basketball World Cup African qualifiers. The emphatic victory ensured Nigeria finished the 3-game window with a perfect record, having earlier defeated Tunisia and also Guinea, underscoring the team's resurgence under head coach David Fisdale. Talk about the likes of point guard Uche Uregbu orchestrating the Nigerian offense with an outstanding all-round performance, finishing with 17 points and 7 assists. The likes of Caleb Agada, Ikechukwu Mekowulu, Stan Okoye, and also Stan Okoye contributing 13 points as Tigers showcase their attacking depth and also defensive intensity. Nigeria definitely controlling the game there in that particular one. Let me remind you that just a couple of days ago, they were in their first game where they also won that particular one, capping off an amazing window this particular time. Because I remember that their first game was against Tunisia. Their first game was against Tunisia. That one ended 84-81. And then they played another game against Guinea. They played against Guinea, and then they had the comeback, winning that particular one 80-79 points. Yes, that is to tell you that Nigeria is now finishing 10 points level with Tunisia and also Guinea as the top 3 teams from each of the 4 groups that have advanced to the second round, which will be played between August this year and also February 2027. Let me remind you that the remaining 12 teams will then be divided into 12 groups of 6, carrying over their results from the first round, and the top 2 teams in each group, along with the best third place team, will qualify for the 2027 FIBA Basketball World Cup that will be staged right there in Qatar.
Ready the people, a new day has just begun, and I wear my colors on my back. We created equal, one race and that's human. Can't wait till they all see that. Say,
Sports Offshore Hyper Radio 102.1 FM. Still taking more thoughts coming through from the home front on the show this evening, bringing you up to speed with the latest happenings in the world of sports. Still on the home front, plenty of conversations coming through from the home front on the show, as well as a couple of African talks right on the show. I'll definitely be bringing you up to speed with what is happening in the camp of the Teranga Lions of Senegal. Don't forget that just after their exit in the last 32, a couple of conversations are now happening, and then it's been said that the team is currently stranded right there in the United States. Before we talk about that, let me let you know that WAFCON 2026 Ghana Black Queens have unveiled their professional Black Queens squad, and it's also been said that the camp of the Super Falcons of Nigeria is only going to be opened on 15th of this month. Yes, 15th of July is when the camp of the Super Falcons will be opened. Don't forget that Super Falcons of Nigeria, unprecedented winners of the African Women's African Cup of Nations. They've won it for 10 times, and then they'll be looking to do the unprecedented 11th time of winning the title. But yes, a couple of conversations to be had concerning the Super Falcons, and also how prepared the ladies have been in the last couple of years going into this particular Women's African Cup of Nations. On record, it's been said that a couple of other African countries, just like I mentioned, the Black Queens of Ghana, all of these countries, the Lioness of Senegal are definitely in camp now, preparing for the World Cup. But the Super Falcons camp is not going to be opened not until the 15th of this month. And let me let you know that the Women's African Cup of Nations will also be kicking off later this month right there in Morocco. Plenty of conversations. So the Super Falcons camp is going to be opening just 10 days before the tournament kicks off in Morocco. This is definitely causing a bit of back and forth from football enthusiasts, especially those that love the female football, asking a couple of questions from the Nigerian Football Federation as to whether or not this is the right decision that they are making with the Super Falcons. I imagine that you're going to to defend the title, and you are going in just 10 days before that. Nigeria, the first game is going to be on the 28th. That is when they will be playing against Malawi. Let's move on from that story right now. With Skidadu straight to Europe. I will start with us coming through from other sports before I go back into the world of football to serve you plenty of conversations going up right there at the ongoing Wimbledon. Yes, plenty of updates coming through from that particular one. Let me give you this particular one that has to do with Kokogayev, who has now beaten Belinda Bencic just before the curfew right there in Wimbledon. I did not even open the phone line, but I got a couple of calls right here. Okay, 0668. Do well to call me back on the show. 0907-224-5018 is the gateway to the studio. 0907-224-5018 is the gateway to the studio. Let's feel your pulse. Let's have a bit of conversation concerning the ongoing FIFA World Cup 2026, and as well what you think, what do you think will be getting through into the quarterfinals, possibly the semi-finals, and as well into the finals. Let's move straight into this particular one with Kokogayev finally breaking through at Wimbledon yesterday, defeating Belinda Bencic 4-6, 6-3, 6-4 to reach the quarterfinals for the first time in her career, with only a couple of minutes before Wimbledon's nightly curfew. Girls had to finish the match or return the following day, and after sealing the victory, she admitted the clock was very much on her mind. Since I was looking at the clock at the last service game, I was like, I gotta hit some big serves and big shots, and that's exactly what she did against Belinda Bencic. It also marked her 30th win of this year 2026 and her third consecutive victory in a deciding set. So now she's into the last 8 of all of the 4 Grand Slam tournaments that she's been a part of since last year. An amazing record for the American tennis player right there. Away from that now, let's also go straight into more thoughts coming through from the WTA, where Naomi Osaka is also now through to her first Wimbledon quarterfinal after playing one of her best performances of the season to defeat world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka. The victory is Osaka's first over Sabalenka since 2018 and ended the Belarusian's remarkable run of 21 consecutive Grand Slam tie-break wins, having lost all 3 meetings against Sabalenka earlier this year. Osaka turned the tables with an impressive display, overpowering the top seed from the opening set of that particular game 6-2, 7-6.
Look what we've overcome. Oh, I'm gonna wave my flag.
Let's move away from the WTA now straight into the ATP. Plenty of conversations coming through from the world of football, from the world of sport on the show this evening. Still taking talks coming through from Wimbledon, where Yannick Sinner may have reached his 5th consecutive Wimbledon quarterfinal. But the world number 1 is saying his focus remains on improving with every match. The defending champion defeated Japan Shintaro Mukazuki 6-3, 7-6, 6-3 to extend his winning streak at Wimbledon to 11 matches and book another place in the last 8. Despite the straight set victory, Sinner praised Mochizuki for making life difficult for him throughout that particular contest. Yannick Sinner will now be facing Jan-Lennart Struff, looking to take another step towards defending his Wimbledon title. Like I mentioned, there's another man to look forward to at the Wimbledon this year, which is definitely Novak Djokovic. Hi, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, this is Sports Hub. This is Sports Hub. We're talking sports on the show right this evening. You can do well to call me back.
Ooh, can't you taste the feeling? Saying, oh, we all together singing. Look how far we come now. There's beauty in the unity we found. I'm ready. We still got a long way, but look how far we come now.
Before we go back into the world of football on the show this evening, let's take a couple of conversations coming through from the world of Formula 1. Just over the weekend, we saw the British Grand Prix, and this year's British Grand Prix definitely set a bit of record right there right there in London, because it definitely broke the attendance for the record attendance this year. The organizer said a total of about 564,000 spectators were in attendance over the Silverstone race this weekend, which is about an over 64,000 increase on the record that was set last year. Charles Leclerc, who won the chaotic race with George Russell, and also Lewis Hamilton finishing second and third respectively. But then a couple of questions about the Silverstone, which definitely started back in the year 1950, becoming one of the first Formula One World Championship Grand Prix to ever be hosted. And definitely in the last couple of years, it's been reckoning the record and also presence of some of the top drivers in the world. Lewis Hamilton just at the back of winning his first podium for Ferrari, came third once again this time around. And plenty of conversations coming through from Mercedes is that their team boss Toto Wolff was able to joke about a safety car having to decide the role at the end of the chaotic and also dramatic Grand Prix that happened this weekend. Say nearly 5 years have passed since Wolff watched his then driver Lewis Hamilton have a record-breaking 8 world titles that range from his grab as a result of the FIA race director failing to apply the rules correctly during a safety car period. It's been said that back then it was Michael Massey who was fired a couple of months later for his error that made that particular one to override the organization's own regulations in a misguided attempt not to have the race finish under a safety car. But yes, yesterday, right at Silverstone, same thing happened once again, and definitely the right call was made this time around. A couple of people are saying that was more of a confusing end to the Grand Prix right there at Silverstone. Plenty of conversations from that particular one as well. And quickly, let's take it away from the world of Formula One right about now. Plenty of thoughts coming through from the world of football on the show this evening. Let me remind you that we are definitely into the new season already because it's July. Yes, by next week, we'll definitely be seeing a couple of players return to camp, and they'll be looking to do everything possible to make sure that yes, they get going, and then they do the right thing in the next couple of days. A couple of transfer bits, just as we have it on the back page of the major dailies, and as well other details concerning some clubs. Before we go into that, let's talk about this particular one happening with Folarin Balogun, and then let's quickly explain why it's been said that Balogun can play despite receiving a straight red card. So yes, in the round of 32, Folarin Balogun was sent off in the game against Bosnia and Herzegovina, and then everyone assumed that automatically he's going to miss the game. Of course, let's say under normal circumstance, he's supposed to. But then, something is changing now, and I'm going to break it down. So, yesterday, President Donald Trump thanked football's world governing body, that's FIFA, for suspending the red card that was issued to their striker. That means that the striker will be able to play in the last 16. That is the game that will be happening against Belgium this midnight in Nigerian time. And then the red card was not overturned. That is just the truth of the matter. Yeah. FIFA did not cancel the red card. They did not say that the referee made a mistake. They did not even erase the dismissal from the match record. So this is what happened. FIFA is allowing Balogun to play without rescinding the red card. And now, in line with Article 27 of the FIFA Disciplinary Code, the implementation of the match suspension is suspended for a probationary period of 1 year. So now, instead of overturning the red card, FIFA Disciplinary Committee relied on that Article 27 of the FIFA Disciplinary Code, which gives the committee discretion to suspend the implementation of a disciplinary sanction for a probationary period. So yes, in simple English, guys, so that it doesn't seem like I'm quoting. In simple English, that punishment is still there. But FIFA have just chosen not to enforce it immediately. So now let's think about it this way. You that are listening to me, you have a 1 month sentence, but it's now been suspended for 1 year. That means that you can still serve that 1 month later. Like, it's going to happen automatically. So now, if you behave for 1 year, if nothing happens, or if you commit another offense, then that particular punishment can be what? Can be reactivated. And then that's exactly what FIFA has done. So the big question that a lot of fans are asking now is, will Balogun now eventually serve that one match ban later? It's not automatic. That means unless he commits another disciplinary offense that would have warranted him to get another record. Don't forget that that's like a straight red card. So he's on a 1 year probation. He's on a 1 year probation now. So that is exactly what has happened. But then a couple of talks left, right, and center that maybe Donald Trump had lobbied FIFA to lift the strikers 1 game ban for the red card. Yeah. People are a couple of conversations that maybe Donald Trump made 3 calls to FIFA. We started from Wednesday to ensure that change was made. So once again, you ask the question: are we really separating politics from football? Well, and I know that someone will be asking, has FIFA done this before? Has it happened before? Yeah, it has happened before. Don't forget that this particular Article 27 was also previously used for Cristiano Ronaldo. Because that was during the qualifying. Don't forget, he got a qualifying. He got a red card during the qualifying series, and it was partially suspended on probation, allowing him to play at the World Cup. So so FIFA has seen this as a precedent, and they have used it to met out the same disciplinary mechanism against Folarin Balogun right now. So this is exactly what has happened, and it has become a lot more controversial. A lot of debate going on about it right on social media. But then the debate is about whether Balogun received a red card, and then people are saying, yeah, he did that. But FIFA had chosen to invoke the Article 27 of its disciplinary code, which means it can still be a part of the game later tonight. But trust me, Belgium are furious. And they are saying that they are going to defend football. They have every right to. Because it feels like a controversial decision, a very controversial one, to have allowed the striker to be a part. Of course, you know that Folarin Balogun, so far, this particular World Cup, has been an integral part of that United States team, nudging in the goals for them since the start of this particular World Cup. He scored 3 goals so far. He's played 3 matches, got 3 goals. So you can tell that he's one player that is very much important and integral to that particular team. And still talking about goals at this World Cup, let me let you know that we now have 3 players who are on 7 goals. There's Kylian Mbappe, there's Erling Braut Haaland, and there's Leo Messi. Guys, 3 players on 7 goals, guys. Honestly, it feels like we are watching some amazing football. And yes, there's also Harry Kane, who is on 6 goals as well. And truth be told, absolutely anything can happen in the next round, because of course they are played against Norway. There's no bet that Harry Kane is going to score, and you cannot also bet that Erling Haaland is also not going to score. So, I mean, 7 goals, guys. 7 goals at the World Cup. Honestly, it's a good one to see. And then there's the king of assists so far, which is Michael Olise, nudging 5 assists in 5 games for the French national team. I think he's created about 12 or 11 chances so far this particular World Cup, and closely followed by Brahim Diaz of Morocco, who has also created 4 chances at the World Cup so far. Plenty of conversations coming through from that particular one. Let's move away from World Cup talks now. Let's take a bit of talks coming through from the world of transfers, just so you know. We are already ascertained that there's justice that was served, but there's a bit of asterisk on that justice, and that has to do with the case of Folarin Balogun. Quickly, a bit of transfer talks now. It's been said that Arsenal eyeing Aaron Wan-Bissaka to replace Ben White. Yes, that's the latest update coming through, because Arsenal are said to be considering 11 different potential players to sign at the right back, with West Ham United. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, one of the players they are looking forward to replace Ben White. Arsenal definitely looking to fill that particular boot. other options that Arsenal are looking forward to use. Don't forget that Ben White, that was in not last month, in May, towards the end of the season, he suffered an injury to his right, the knee ligament right there, and he could not be a part of the last part of the season for Arsenal, and there's every potential that he could also be moving abroad. Yes, there's every potential that Ben White will be moving away from Arsenal. So a couple of players that are on the radar for the Gunners now. There's the likes of Raul Asensio from Real Madrid. There's the Oscar Mingueza, who is also a free agent after he left Celta Vigo. There's RB Leipzig, Luciano Getruda. There's Newcastle United, Tino Livramento. All of these players are being linked with Arsenal to replace Ben White. And then for Manchester United, it's been said that they want Chelsea midfielder Andre Santo, but then any transfer would be valued about £50 million. Don't forget that in the last couple of days, United have missed out on the likes of Elliot Anderson and also Matthew Fernandez. While AFC Bournemouth Alex Scott is also a player that United are monitoring. Santos, don't forget, is currently behind Moise Caicedo and also Enzo Fernandez at the bridge. The 22-year-old is now open to leaving Chelsea and needing to bring in more funds to help their new manager Xabi Alonso to strengthen his squad and also be a part of that his ambition. It's been said that Tottenham Hotspur are also exploring a deal for AC Milan winger Rafael Leao after being informed that he would be open to joining them. Of course, Rafael Leao has made it known that he's definitely going to be leaving AC Milan at the end of this season. The 27-year-old Portuguese representative has definitely been approached with likes of Barcelona, likes of Arsenal once again. And then Spurs are also interested in Manchester City's Savio and also Cody Gakpo continuing their spending spree so far already. Tottenham Hotspur have been able to get a couple of players to their side. Like I mentioned, there's the likes of Matthew Fernandez, who's definitely joined the team already. And also, they are also looking to sign Sandro Tonali for a club record £100 million. Guys, Tottenham Hotspur have announced the signing of Sandro Tonali from Newcastle United, going up to £100 million. That's about $133.4 million. A special player, according to Roberto De Zerbi, who is definitely looking to build something amazing with that particular Tottenham Hotspur side. Sports Offshore on Empire Radio 102.1 FM, and this is how much we'll be taking on the show for today. I want to say many thanks to everyone who's been a part of the show today. Sports Offshore will be returning on Wednesday. God spare us. We will serve you more stories coming through from the ever exciting, ever dynamic, and the sometimes controversial world of sports. Signing out this evening. I say stay sporty, stay active, drink enough water to stay hydrated, go out there and be the best version of yourself. Do not forget to be kind, because kindness is cool. I'll see you when I see you once again. Trust me that I love you with the love of God. The show continues right on Empire Radio 102.1 FM.
From the greens of golf to the court of tennis and basketball, the octagon of UFC to the square room for boxing, track of Formula 1, and the pitch of football. Join the sports crew on Sport Hub 6 to 7 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, Fridays 5 to 6 p.m. and 2 p.m. on Saturdays. Here on iImpact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Reviews, videos, and interviews just the way you like it. Exclusive on iImpact Radio 102.1 FM, Lagos. Sport Hub for all the updates and analyses.
I know, and I love you too. This is why I've made it so that you can now have me everywhere you go. www.highimpactstudios.com. Press play. Links in our social media bio. Click at High Impacts 1021 FM. Or you can just go the regular way. Turn on your radio and tune in to 102.1 FM.
We love you at High Impact Radio.
See, there is no separating us now.
Take great pictures on Instagram. Tweet at us on Twitter. Let's see your dance on TikTok. Tag us at High